I just built these 2 pages without touching my keyboard once. Google just dropped the voice update for Stitch, and this is what it actually does. Alright, so let's start with the first initial prompt. I am going to enable start live mode.
Hey, what are we designing?
Hi there. Design a homepage for a high-end wedding photography studio based in London called Aria and Lux. I want a dark romantic feel, deep charcoal background, warm gold accents, elegant serif typography, full width hero section at the top with a cinematic image placeholder and a short tagline. Below that, a gallery grid showing 6 portfolio placeholders. So yeah, generate that for me, please.
Working on it.
Notice I didn't touch the keyboard once. That just generated a full homepage from voice. What you're watching is Gemini 3.1 Flash Live doing the work underneath. That's the model Google shipped yesterday. And honestly, I do not think it did a bad job. So now that we've done step 1, let's go to step number 2, which is the voice critique, and we're gonna change it live. So let's click on the live button again.
Hey, what are we designing for Aria and Lux?
So the one thing that is very noticeable is that when I look at this headline, I like it, but the only thing I would say is that the word romance, the color doesn't really look good on the background with the man. So maybe give it a little bit more vibrance, maybe like a rectangle behind it so it actually stands out. And also, if you could make the call to actions more benefit driven. Please.
On it. Let me make those changes for you.
Okay, so let's actually see if it implemented the changes. It did the bar behind romance. Not really what I wanted, but I mean, it did implement a bar. It rounded the corners also of this. Rounded the corners over here. And we also have benefit-driven CTAs over here. Perfect. So now that this is out of the way, now the key upgrade in this new model is context. It can follow the thread of a conversation for twice as long as before. So when I give it 3 voice instructions in a row, each one builds on the last instead of treating it as a fresh prompt. Now that's the practical difference you just saw. That was step number 2. Now step 3, I'm going to ask it to build a second page by voice and see if it holds the design. Without touching anything, I'm going to ask it for an about page. The real question here isn't whether it generates one. It's whether it holds the design language from a conversation we had 10 minutes ago.
Hey, what are we designing on the Aria and Lux Refined Luxury homepage today?
Hi, I am very happy with what we have created. Now create an about page that matches this homepage. Same color palette, same fonts, same dark romantic energy. I want a full width portrait placeholder at the top, a short bio below it, and 3 values listed underneath it. Things like intentional, timeless, present, and with a CTA that takes people to the booking page.
On it. On it.
Okay, she was on it twice. Very good. All right, so it just got back with the design. There is some things that need to change, which I am going to prompt it right now before we continue.
Hey, what's up with Aria and Lux about the studio?
We have just created the about page. If I look at the actual homepage, I can see a realistic background image, and that's basically throughout the whole page. So I would like to keep that consistency. Change the hero image into a realistic image, and then where the last call to action is, change that into a realistic image as well.
Working on it.
Can you please integrate my request?
Got it. Let me integrate those changes.
All right, so as you could see, it is very good what you can do with this. It's crazy because I haven't touched my keyboard even once, but sometimes you do have to specifically tell it to continue designing, otherwise it just won't do anything and you have to do your prompting again. All right, that is actually way better. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna make it do a couple of things. Let's see, I'm gonna select this one and this one.
Hey, excited to dive into these screens. What are we thinking?
So the 2 screens that I have selected, could you please delete those for me?
Audit. Working on deleting those for you.
Great. Now, can you select Aria and Lux Refined Luxury homepage?
Sure thing. Selecting Aria and Lux Refined Luxury homepage.
What I would like you to do is just rename it to homepage.
Renaming that for you to homepage.
Okay, can you now select the second page, the about page?
You got it. Selecting the about page.
Great, and now please rename it to about.
Renaming to about.
Okay, so it can actually delete stuff for you, it can rename stuff for you. I like this. That's very good. Okay, so now let's actually compare the two. Like, as you just saw, it made a couple of mistakes. The one that it made was the imagery. Now, one thing we need to check, is this actually rounded? Well, this is actually rounded as well. Even this. The unfortunate thing is that it's not consistent because this has more pixels, but I mean, it still took it over. I think it actually did a pretty good job staying consistent outside of the images, but as you can see, it was a very easy fix. I think this is very good, and let's move on to step number 4. I really like how the 3 values came out on the About page. Now, I want that exact section on the home page. I'm not going to copy anything manually, I'm just gonna ask.
Hey there, ready to dive into the About and Homepage?
Yes, I really like the 3 value section on the About page. Can you add that same section to the homepage? Change the values to fit the photography brand. Something like every detail matters, light is everything, your story told honestly. Okay, so let's actually zoom into this. So basically what we did is we added this section into it, and if you look at the icons, they're still the same. I guess the only difference really is that it filled this all the way up, so instead of having a stroke, it actually is a fill. The headlines is the same. I think it stayed pretty consistent. So, and this is the moment right here. It didn't just add a section, it actually understood the relationship between the two. It pulled the element across and rewrote the copy to fit the context. And this is not a text box, this is an actual design conversation. Now let's move on to the verdict. If you need to show a client 3 design directions before you build anything, this is the fastest way to do it. You can go from 0 to a clickable prototype in 10 minutes without touching your keyboard. So if you were already using Stitch for ideation, this voice update makes that faster. And if you want to keep up with which AI tools are actually worth using for real client work, subscribe, because that's what this channel is for. I would greatly appreciate it if you would like this video and comment down below what you think about this new update. And if you want to see how Google Stitch just made every web designer replaceable, watch this video right here.